Welcome to the very first tier list that Boppy does. This is Boppy, and this is Dragon Quest Boppy. And like I said, this is my first tier list. And I decided to basically rank all of the mainline Dragon Quest games. Now, I know what you're thinking. Boppy, tier lists are like so 15 years ago. Okay, maybe not that long. Maybe like 5 years ago. But dude, this is like old. Yeah, I get it. But guess what? This is my first tier list, okay? I really wanted to do it, and so I'm gonna do it. So, anyways, if you like this video or this kind of video, please hit that like button, and then I can see where I could do more different, tier lists for many different topics. There's so many that I could do that are Dragon Quest related. Anyways, let's get right into it. So again, I'm going to be ranking the 11 mainline games that we have uh, out of Dragon Quest. I'll basically talk about each one as I rank it, how many times I've played it, what version I've played. The pictures should kind of be a giveaway as to which version I've played of each game. Also, notice the tier list itself. First of all, it's not the boring colors that it always is. I kind of switched up the colors because blue's way prettier than green. So, anyways, I have that as S tier, A tier, and then red for B. C is yellow, and then there's a haven't played tier list. Another thing, sorry I'm talking so much before I get started, but notice how there's no tier below C. That's because, in my personal opinion, even the worst Dragon Quest game is average. So, which is a C. So for me, there's no bad Dragon Quest games. I loved all of them and continue loving all of them. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking because I talk way too much. Let's just get right into it. So it's randomized in terms of which games are first. But it's kind of funny that Dragon Quest One happens to be the first one. So I'm gonna put Dragon Quest One, and this might not be too surprising, but in C tier. Um, it's a good game. I very much enjoyed it. It was my first official Dragon Quest mainline game that I've played. Um, I actually really liked it, and but compared to the other ones, it's just kind of average. It's very basic. I still love the game. It's a great game, but uh, you know, it. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I got it. It's B because I love the game. It's a good game, and I could play it again and again and again. I've already played it. I've only played twice. I know there's people that have played it way more than that, but I've played the Game Boy Color version and I've played the mobile version. And I want to play the SNES version, maybe even the NES version someday. But I really like this game. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And I never max leveled, but I did grind quite a bit. So it was somewhat easy by the time I faced the Dragon Lord. But anyways, yeah, B. I'm gonna go with B tier. So above average, yes, Dragon Quest One or Dragon Warrior One. Okay, this is easy. Dragon Quest 10. I have not played that game. Someday I would like to play uh, it through English, patches or whatever. But as of now, I have not played it, and yeah, I do want to someday though, really, really badly. So shout out to everyone that has worked on the English patches and translations. You guys are amazing for the community, and we very much appreciate you. And again, I will play it someday because of these amazing people. So let's move on. So, Dragon Quest 11. Okay, guys, this might be my only S tier. Maybe we'll see because I'm kind of doing all of this off the top of my head. I thought that it might be funner that way. But dude, Dragon Quest 11. I should clarify. I've played Dragon Quest 11 S, and I've only played the Switch version. So, um, yeah, I haven't played the original 11, and I have 11 for the 3DS, but I have not been able to play that either, mostly because of the language barrier. Someday I would love to play the 3DS version, but 11S is my favorite Dragon Quest game. This game is so amazing. It's so fun. The graphics are amazing. The story is fantastic. All the mechanics, it's just so good. I love it so much. Right now, I'm currently playing it as I'm live streaming, but I adore this game. The characters are great. Just it's so good. It's like the perfect package of a Dragon Quest game. It recalls all of the old school games. It puts itself into the timeline in a way that just makes you want to play the games all over again. It just does such a good job. It's like a fan love letter of Dragon Quest for Dragon Quest by Dragon Quest. It's so good, man. I just love this damn game. It's so damn good. So that's why it's S tier. Moving on to Dragon Quest 2 or Dragon Warrior 2. And this might not be a surprise, but this is C tier. Now, I actually really enjoyed this game. I thought it was fun. The characters were fun. The Prince of Canuck, I know, is a meme. The Princess of Moonbrook, she's cute and everything. But I actually really enjoyed this game. I've played it twice, the mobile version and the Game Boy Color version. And someday I'd like to play at least the SNES version because I know the NES version is just ridiculous. But I really like this game. But I have to be honest, if it was not for guides online, I would be lost in this game. Because, for example, there's the part where you have to find something out in the ocean after you get your ship. I forgot what it was. I think it was the Echo Flute or some sort of item. But it's supposed to sparkle out in the map, I think, but it doesn't. How the hell would I have found that damn item if I didn't look it up on guides? Like, impossible. That and some other things, just little nitpicks. Well, not little nitpicks, but this game had some glaring problems, and it still does. But I still enjoyed it. Thanks to guides online, I was able to get through it, and I was still able to swallow that pill. But again, I can admit that there's issues, so that's why you're C tier Dragon Quest 2. I'm sorry, I love ya, but yeah, that's how life goes. Dragon Quest 3. Okay, I'm putting this in B tier. So it's probably above Dragon Quest 1. But and maybe because I didn't play the game when it first came out, I know this is beloved by many, many, many fans. It's many fans, one of their top 3 or at least top 5 favorite game, but not for me necessarily. I think it's a great game. It's fun, and I very much enjoyed it. The mobile version and the Game Boy Color version. I still haven't beat the Game Boy Color version, but that's because I was playing it while we got the announcement for the new 3D 2D remake. So I basically stopped playing on the Game Boy Color because I want to fully experience that game, when it releases, the remake releases, and it might go up on the list after I play that version of the game. But it's an above average game for me personally. It was really fun. I enjoyed it very much. I loved the world, how expansive it was, and how just amazing all of the towns were and all the problems each town had. The progression system as well is really fun. Choosing your own party is great. Um, but yeah, as of now, it's an above average game for me personally. Again, sorry if that offends you, but that's just how it is for me, Boppy. All right, let's move on. Dragon Quest 4 or Dragon Warrior 4. I'm actually going to put this game B tier as well and above Dragon Quest 3. Now, that's because I really enjoyed these characters fantastically so. I love the graphics. Now, I will admit I've only played sorry, I was going to say SNES. That's not true. I've only played the DS version. And I've played the mobile version, but I haven't beat it. But it's a great game. You know, both ways of playing it was fun, and I really, really enjoy this game. I'm kind of holding on to hope that someday the Zenithian trilogy will come out on Switch, and then I would like fully play it hardcore again. Uh, for that reason, I haven't revisited these games because even though I kind of am still playing Dragon Quest IV every now and then on mobile, just because it's the easiest way to play for me. Um, but I would love to play the SNES version. Excuse me, I need to get a little bit of water because I'm talking a lot. And when I said a little bit, I meant a lot of bit. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so Dragon Quest IV, fantastic game. Now, and this is the part where I am kind of holding out to play on the Switch, but I haven't completed the last chapter with Sorrow, and I would like to, but again, I'm kind of holding out until a Switch version comes out. Hopefully, it does. Maybe it won't ever come out, which would suck. But and if it doesn't, I'd probably just play the full game on mobile and just deal with it. But I am holding out hope for that to happen. But for what I did play, which is the main story, I absolutely enjoyed it. Again, the game was fun. The characters were so much fun. The way that this game does its story with the chapter system really brings to life more depth in each character. And so I really, really enjoyed that about this game. So yeah, let's move on. Dragon Quest 5. I think this is probably pretty easy for most people and maybe a little surprising because it's not S tier, but it's A tier. I really like this game. It's an amazing game. I've only played it once all the way through, and I chose Nera or Flora in Spanish as my wife, but I would definitely like to replay this game and choose Bianca and maybe another playthrough with Deborah. But I kind of want to do it again through the Switch version. Or maybe stream it. I'd love to stream that version of the game someday. But that's why I'm kind of holding off on playing the game again. But I absolutely enjoyed this game. It was so much fun. It's got an amazing story. The characters are fantastic. The graphics are gorgeous. I love that pixelated sprites graphics sort of thing going on. I love the aspect of being able to collect monsters on your team as well. It's a fun little addition. And it's just a fantastic game. I really, really love this game. And the movie version of this game was also pretty good. My wife enjoyed the movie. I'm trying to make her become a fan of Dragon Quest or at least anime or video games. And I think that movie kind of helped, at least plant a little seed of interest. So, anyways, um, yeah, so great game, definitely an A. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Let's move on. So, Dragon Quest 6, this might be surprising for people, but this is also A tier. I'm going to put it below 5 because 5 was just an overall better game. But, guys, I really like 6. So, six's characters, I know that a lot of people say that Kira Toriyama lost enthusiasm and a lot of the character models were bleeding in with like some of the Dragon Ball Z characters, blah 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 blah. I get it, but I freaking love these characters. I think they're really well done. The graphics in this game is at the height of the level of the DS, in my opinion. There's just a little bit more details compared to 4 and 5 that I think just really make the game pop. There's I don't necessarily love the story that much, but the thing about this game that seriously made me enjoy it so much was the freaking vocation system. So I am absolutely addicted to the vocation system and the grinding of getting better vocations. I love grinding vocations. It's one of my favorite things to do in Dragon Quest, and Dragon Quest 6 and 7 do it best, in my opinion. So, really, just because of the vocation system, it elevates the game to an A tier for me personally, because again, I am super addicted to the progression of vocations. I love it so much. So, yeah, that's why it's an A tier game in my opinion. So let's move on. And speaking of a vocation grinding heavy game, Dragon Quest 7. And you might want to kill me for this, but I'm putting it above 5 in the A tier. So Dragon Quest 6 did an amazing job with the vocation system, but Dragon Quest 7 perfected it. Um, so in my opinion, well, and I should clarify, Dragon Quest 6 I've only played on. Well, no, I've played the DS version and I've also played the mobile version. And then for 7, I've only played the 3DS remake. So sorry, if that offends you, but that's what I've done. So the 3DS version of this game is fantastic. I love it. It's a lot of fun. The story is bearable, but I really like the graphics. The characters are good enough. They're not the best, but they're good enough. But again, the vocation system. The moment I started unlocking the vocation system, I was addicted to this game. I played this game nonstop, more than 100 hours. I know it's already more than 100-hour game, but I absolutely enjoyed that aspect of the game so much that it again elevated it to a very high level on this tier list. So that's why it's A and it's in the first spot in A rank. So yeah, yeah, crazy. I know. So, Dragon Quest 8. Guys, this game is another A tier game, but it's above 7. So, this game is fantastic. The characters are flippin' fantastic. Probably the best. Well, I don't know. Yangus seriously elevates this game to the highest degree. I mean, Yangus is the best party member. He is your bro all the way to death, dude. Like, he is your boy. He's the best, dude. Yangus is my boy, your boy, everyone's boy. We love him. Team Yangus all day. And the voice acting I really enjoyed in this game. I'm all about cutscenes and story scenes and all that, and I think this game did a good job. The only thing, in my opinion, that I don't like about this game, which I think brings it down to A tier instead of an S tier, is the pacing of the story. I just I get kind of bored sometimes. I I'm basically I've played it twice. Both times on 3DS, I will admit, but right now I'm doing like a lot of post game stuff, the Dragovian Trials stuff, sort of thing. But and I'm really enjoying it. I really love this game, and I kind of want to basically beat the whole Dragovian Trials before I put it down officially for who knows how long. But yeah, it's an amazing game, fantastic game. I love that each character has their own like. Uh, it's kind of like a more basic version of Dragon Quest XI S's, like skill tree system. But it does a really good job. So yeah, again, fantastic game. Absolutely loved it. Great, great. Just overall loved it so much. Okay, Dragon Quest 9. So this is actually pretty hard. Um, ooh, where do I put you? Where do I put you? Where do I put you, bro? I kinda wanna put you here. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to put you here. Okay. So basically, the number one spot in A tier. So the reason why is, well, the story's not the best, I'll admit, but the gameplay was so much fun. And another thing that I loved so much is your party members, you customize yourself, but also their outfits match exactly what you equip them with. So I really love that kind of game, like the person that, like you being able to fully, kind of create your own character, sort of thing. Obviously, that makes the game lack in like character development, but the characters I chose anyways are based off of people I know and love, right? So it was still an incredibly fun experience because it was like adventuring with them, right? At least I imagined that. But the gameplay, the mechanics, the fighting was so much fun, dude. It was a lot of I love it's probably my favorite like mechanics wise or gameplay wise in terms of like fighting. I love the it's like it's kind of like a mix of action and turn-based RPG, like the fighting. But I really loved it. It was so much fun. Um, I never got to experience this game with like multiplayer. I'm sure it would probably elevate the experience even more. And then vocation wise, it's not my favorite way that they've done vocations, but it's still good enough. It was really fun. I absolutely love this game, and it's A tier first spot because of how fun the mechanics were, the gameplay, the actual fighting and the customization and the progression of your character through the way he looks or she looks or whatever. So anyway, that was uh, that for that game. But guys, well, this is it. This is my tier list. This is my rankings of all of the main line Dragon Quest games. Uh, Let me know what you think. Let me know if you severely disagree with me. If you do, let me know in the comment section what you would do, where you would put your games, in what, tier. Um, and yeah, just please like this video and subscribe to the channel. that would be amazing. So yeah, and again, if you like this kind of video, I'm planning on doing this basically, you know, more often. I'll come out with a legit schedule on how I'm gonna start making my videos pretty soon. Of course, by the time this video comes out, that little schedule update of videos of how I'm gonna do my channel from now on will probably be already out. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Seriously, I gotta stop talking now. So, anyways, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.